Hello and welcome to the Brick Freak. Today with the second part of assembling the flagship edition tow truck from Mould King, model number 19008, and you see this 10,966 pieces, 19 motors are inside this vehicle, so this is a behemoth of a set. We have two links in the video description. One goes to your World of Building Blocks where you can buy the set, and the other goes to Lose Your Switch 81's Rebrickable account where you can buy his instructions. It's 20 bucks. So if you have the money for such a big set, you have the money for the original instruction, because Lose Your Switch did an amazing job here. Okay, this is what I assembled in the first video. Building steps 1 to 4 bring us here nearly the base of our tow truck. And you see we have massive suspension on the front. Then here we have 3 servo motors for both steerable axles. Second axle don't have as much suspension, and the third and the fourth have less. Okay, in the middle section here we have 4 XL motors. They are powering one axle only. And I had a problem. You see, I have not the gears on it, I have the I don't know the name. They slip through when too much power is on. Yes, the slip through gears. I don't know what the English term is for this. And I had a problem in my building step. I had only these. I see in the instructions I should replace them with 4 dark bluish grey bigger gears, but they wasn't in the set, so I used the slip through gears. And in building step 5 the original gears are in there, and I don't build this back. I hope it will drive when it slipped through. I have another YouTuber who sent me, or who will send me then a video when it's driving. All the other functions must be no problem. But like I said, perhaps the driving we have problems with this slip-through gears here. Please write me in the comments what the name is. Here. Of these white ones. Okay, so that's the... I don't know if it's really complicated to change that. Perhaps I should try. Okay, I will try. Okay. Next is building step 4. These 2 red pillars, or the airsoft guns here, they were still in building step 4. Building step 5 now is here the middle part that connects our 2 pillars and makes it possible that they change position and drive out here. So our tow truck has a better stand. And this here is also from building step 5. Here I will assemble some motors, connect these together, and then assemble it on the truck itself. Okay, so that's so far I am now. Next is building step 6. So what you see here is the whole building step 6. It was a smaller one, and I updated the frame I showed you in the beginning with 3 of the M motors. Then here we have the big gear wheel 2 times. In between is a construction out of connectors and axles and satellite dishes that's working in between. Yes, this here is really a big boy. So this here will be connected now to the rest of the structure, and I fix it with 10 of these pins here, and I show you this in the next take. I hope it works. So building step 6, I attached our structure here to the chassis, and yes man, the cable management is the problem here. Here you have to really put hard that the pins got into the Technic frames underneath. Here it's directly to the suspension. or over the suspension. So at the moment I have the 3 servo motors for steering on this side, and the 4 cables, and the 5 cables with extension for driving on the other side. So you see, driving is working and steering is no problem. The M motor that makes the pneumatic pump is at the moment on the other side, and here are our 3 cables for turning the turntable, moving here the pillars outside, and make a solid stand with extension the pillars to the ground. Okay, this was the most annoying thing in the set, to connect this structure here to the rest, and I needed nearly half an hour with all the cable management. But when you've done it, it's great. Okay, now building step 7. Oh, this is the building step 7, and here we have 2 actuators, and they are pushing here this outside. The whole thing will be moving up and down with another function. I believe one of the M motors will sit here on this axle, and then turning the gears here and driving this out. But with the Mould King actuators, they are not so good as Lego. You really have to take care here. Don't push them too hard in the maximum out. They hate it. Perhaps you will really damage them. I did this with the red telescope crane. There I did 1 or 2 seconds too long and they got stuck. So be careful with them here from Mould King, or if you have 2 from Lego, then use them, then you should have no problems, because Mould King, or Go Bricks, the supplier of Mould King, has really 98% of the quality that Lego has. Sometimes it's better quality. Normally all the colors, they are always accurate. I never had a Mould King set with only Go Bricks pieces that had other colors. The gray is always the gray, the red, the black. So in that category they are better. But where they're not so good are here, these here. So keep that in mind. Be careful, or use 2 Lego ones. Okay, so building step 8 brings another layer to this here. It will be a little bit longer and 1 deck more, and then we assemble it here to the rest of the structure. Now, building step 8 brought us here on the left side of our boom. Here a frame, and here is a long axle, goes to 2 gears, then here to the warm gear, and you see it's for the rear pillar here, because our big tow truck has has 2 expandable pillars and 2 that are straight in the back here, and they just go downwards and not flip to the side. And building step 9 will be the same. First I build this frame here, attach it, and then I build here the rear lights and the mechanism inside and attach it on this, and then we connect it to the rest of the tow truck. So that should be the plan. Now, normally in my German reviews I often give film tips, and this time I don't want you I want to not to give a film tip. I want to warn you: don't look the new James Bond. It's a total waste of your time. I did it, and it was horrible. It was really one of the worst James Bonds ever. So save your time for something really nice. Build a cool tow truck. Don't watch James Bond. Oh, these are the building steps 8 and 9 together for the middle part that was already assembled. Okay, it's obviously totally symmetric. Here the ladder. I believe that's one of the only things that is manual in the set. The rest is really mostly electrified. Okay, here the next thing is I will assemble another 3M motors here. The two outside, here where my fingers are, they are for the pillars, and the third M motor here in the middle, he will extend this here. Okay, at the moment I don't know if I work here longer or in the next building step 10 I assemble it now to the structure. We will see. On the weekend I had a little bit time to have a view inside of Lei-er Switch original instructions, and they are totally different. Mould King took a total other way to build this here. So perhaps in the end, both will be near the same. But I don't know if you have all the parts here in the Mould King version for the Lei-er Switch instructions. Because Mould King has no parts list, so I can't check if both have the same parts. I hope so. So you can use the instructions from Lei-er Switch if you want to. But if you're not sure, just buy both, use the Mould King instructions, and when it's working in the end, it doesn't matter which version you have built. When it looks cool and every function will work, it doesn't matter. And you have a good heart, because you paid the original instructions and gave Lei-er Switch the credit he needs or he deserves. He needs is wrong, he deserves. Okay, thank you. Next will be the building steps 10 and 11. Oh, this is building step 10, already attached to the rest here. This here is still movable. Inside is another M motor, which leads us here, and then extend here another actuator. So in this part here we already have 4 M motors installed. It's a really fun build here. And you see, these are already 1600 pieces or something. That would be, in 4 motors, that would be $150 from Lego. And here it's a small piece of the set. So now I try to assemble this here to the rest of the structure of the tow truck, and bring on the next battery or the akku box, and I hope everything is all right and I can do the I have no problem with the cable management. We will see. Oh, and this is how it looks when the two parts are attached together. You click this in here with 4 pins. Then we use here the Technic beam as a bracket, and down there are 2 axles that bring this here and the chassis together. So we have 7 motors sitting here in a bunch, and 4 underneath it and 3 there. So we have already assembled 14 motors, 15 motors, so 3 M motors are still to assemble. Man, 2 akku boxes are full now. All the connectors are connected. Yes, okay. That was not easy, because both have a lot of weight and you don't have much room. It looks like much room for the cables, but in the end it isn't. Okay, but no real issue or problem. And yes, another building step for ending this video, 11. And so building step 11 is done too, and brought us here the side panel and the 2 mud guards. Everything is working. This here is going up and down, this here is going up and down. The pillars are driving out. The push function for lifting up the whole vehicle is working. Here that is turning. So everything works at the moment. So I'm really happy. This here we can open and see a little bit of gear that is inside there. And this here perhaps should be the functionality for the car. So the man who handle it uses here these sticks. Okay, so far this is really an enjoyable, amazing set. I was a little bit frightened because all the technique, all the cables, I thought, could I handle this? Have I the nerves and the time? But it's really nice to build, and the techniques are really good. Everything is super secure. So really no problem with everything at the moment. I'm so happy. Oh, I believe, oh yes, I believe I've seen something. I forgot some. No, I don't forgot something. I first was wondering why this is here and not on the other side. But we will see in the next building steps what this 3-length technique beam means. Okay, so thank you for watching. This was part 2 of 4. So the next video is 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and then 17 to 21, because we have 21 building steps. Okay, after this video now, I make a little break with this here, because the Death Star will be arriving tomorrow, I believe, with nearly or around 7K, 7,000 pieces, and it's a combination of the Death Star 1 and 2 from Lego, so it's closed from out, it's closed, but you can open it, and inside is your puppet theater, like the Lego Death Star. So I'm really curious about this, obviously without minifigs, because Go Bricks or Mould King doesn't bring minifigs. Okay, so the next video will be the Death Star. Sorry for all the technique folks, but you had 2 videos in a row. Just wait for one Star Wars video. The Death Star will be 2 building videos, okay, or 2 assembly videos. Thank you for watching. Have a good time. I'm Frank. Bye bye.